Hello and welcome to my channel. This is the March 2024 update on what have I been up to. It might be easier to list what I haven't done. You know me, give me something to do and I'll always do a lot of it. But anyway, we'll go into this gently. It is actually Good Friday, so I will say Happy Easter. What do you want first? Let's go with the Action Men. You know I was doing the Action Men for Roy. Well, he gave me another Action Man. He says, can I have a beard on him, please? Can I have a beard and a moustache? And I have not dressed that one. I've just bearded him up. So that was one for Roy. And just before that, he'd said, any chance of a suited girl and boy, man and whatever. So we have. Oh dear, we have him. He has buttons, he has pockets. Yes, he has the sideboards, as I call them, sideburns. He has his shirt down, he has buttons on there. He has his shoes this time, and he's got red socks on. Yes, so that was the chappy. So, of course, then we wanted the girlie to go with the chappy. And here she is. She's got the red shoes on. She's got grey tights. She's got a skirt, jacket, braces and shirt. She's got her short hair. She's got the long bit at the back, the bits that came down longer there, and the shaved top, more or less. She's got her little pocket there. She hasn't got bits on her sleeve. Don't know if she did or not. But anyway, she's got her pockets. And I actually managed to sew on these buttons, which was tricky. The trickiest part, though, is the collars. Can I get them right? No. So we do have a collar on there. And she stands nicely with her boyfriend. So Roy has his matching pair. I know he's painting another little Lambretta, so there will be more for that. Next, that's Dolly's. Then we go to a bit of knitting. And I've seen on a lot of the videos around, emotional support chicken. I have to do one of them then. This, this thing, monster, is George. Why is he named George? Well, his name is actually George Ford, because he's after the English rugby player, because I like George. So my emotional support chicken is George. George sits and watches the rugby. He'll sit with me. He's good for a cuddle because he's nice and big. Oh, he's cute. Cute. Will I be making more? Don't know. If I made another one, I think I'd use smaller needles because he's a bit see-through. But anyway, there he is. He's George, the emotional support chicken. What else do we have? Let's go for a jumper. Did I tell you I was going to have a go at a crazy jumper? Probably did. Well, the crazy jumper is done. Let's see if I can go back a bit. I mean, you don't get much crazier, do you? Oh, come back enough so you can see it. There is. How weird is that? Very lint. Very lint. And there's the back. Or is that the front? I don't know. Warm? Absolutely. Oh. She's a crazy lady. I like colour. I like to be different. And that one is right up my street. All made of squares or oblongs and just sewn together and then a bottom put round them. Okay, that was the jumper. if we stay within the wool theme for a moment, and then we'll come back to sewing. So I've also, this month, been doing my, yeah, I've got one more to do, cat blankets for Battersea. So they come in all sorts of, they're a 20 by 20 inch square. That's all it is. Of any stitching or anything, but it says double knit if you can. Bit of fluff on that. Double knit, and it's just the way you go. So I start with sometimes a granny square and just add and add and add. Or, like this one, I just did rows and then added granny stitches around the rows. So you can do them how you like, really. But not chunky wool, because I think if they're washing them, you see, at the rescue there, dog and cat place, chunky is going to be too hard to dry, whereas double knit will dry pretty quick for them. So I have one more to do on that, and then they can go off to Battersea. The allotment, still with wool. So, had a bit of a brainwave. That was difficult, I know. And I was making flowers. Different flowers. To do those, you crochet or you chain 120 stitches, double knit wool, size 4 hook, 120. Then you go all the way back again and you do half DC across. And then it gets a bit complicated because so I won't try and explain that one. There are ladies that really explain these flowers on there. And then it's a lot of either double crochet or treble to get your leaves that you go around. And then before you finish the actual long bit, you just put some greens on there. And where they're going, hubby's made me like a seat with a sort of perspex lid on it that I can sit in, nice and comfy. It's going next to Dad's bed. And these are just going wherever on the back wooden bit, just to brighten it up a bit. I do like a bright allotment. What else have I got? Well, the tree twizzles that I had last year were left on over the winter and seriously lost their colour. So I've been making new twizzles for the trees. Yes, Len, cannot do one. Well, I do have 2 trees, so they will be spread out. Got beads on the bottom to keep them weighted a bit. Okay, last one. Tree twizzles for that. And then for the allotment, this is my new lot of bunting. Because again, the bunting that was out round Dad's bed, just going around the edge, was out all winter. I didn't take it in, and so it lost all its colour. You know me and colour. So I made a lot more. Yes, you know me and colour. Just happens to be some of my artwork and collages that I've had put onto material. So that was handy. So I've not gone out and bought any material. John found me some of this. It's like a ropey thing. So we measured it round. I've cut out the triangles, just one piece of material with pinking shears. So it won't fray. And then I've gone over and zigzag stitched them onto the string. So now the allotment, when we've repainted Dad's bed, because the green's all worn off over winter, then the bunting will go up. We're sort of looking at this Easter weekend to brighten up the garden. I should bring out my tractors. Yes, I know. Don't even question it. My tractors will come out. I have painted stones that will go out. We've got our Twiddles. And I've made a start on the chair. I think it's got 4 flowers on it now. That's 5, 6. It's probably enough flowers for it. And the bunting on Dad's bed when it's been repainted. You see, so much to tell you. Next, do you remember the last craft fair I went to and I got a hexagon purse kit? And it had all the material in it, had all the do's and don'ts in it, and this is what it should look like eventually. Yes, well, I cut out I did squares. It came with its own hexagon, so I just had to put them on, sew them up. So I've got loads of those over. I've got the side bits. You can tell I'm struggling a bit on actually how does this go together. I've got all my Percy bits that will eventually go together, and I did my hexagons. That was really peaceful to do. You ever done that? English paper piecing? Really, really nice. What you do is on this, you do the full, obviously they had full hexagons on there. And then you cut what you don't need off and you're left with just your purse-shaped bit for me to get my head around and put it together. It will come linen. They gave you the purse clip, showed you that last time. So that's that. And they did give you the pattern for the purse. It's all there. I'm waiting for me to get my thinking cap on and work out. It does say just how it goes together. Work in progress, that one. Clearly. This was a thread I was using. I thought, well, that's quite pretty. It's a bit sort of all sorts of different colours. So I didn't have to change colour thread. I just used the same one all the way through. That is the hexagon kit. Because I liked the hexagons, I then am doing the English paper piecing. That's probably not spelt right. Don't quote me on that. I know what it means. So in here, I am ready. I have cut myself out some new hexagons. I have another thread that's a bit, oh, there it is, a bit multicoloured. So that one would be nice. I've got my normal sewing kits that was in there. Got plenty of clips. Got some little scissors. So I'm good to go. Find some material that I fancy doing it in. What I have seen on Pinterest was a ball made of hexagons. Sounds a bit challenging. Sounds like something I've got to try, doesn't it? So I've got that one to do and on the go. Next. Tomorrow, being Saturday, I'm going to the Saturday Cafe to sit on the embroidery table. The table's not embroidered, the ladies sit round it. Because what they do is each month, it's only once a month, they give you a square or an oblong which has got printed on there, and you get to sew them. Yeah, sew over the printing. So that was January. I didn't go to January. I didn't go to February. I didn't know about it in January. February I knew about it, but I just went to see how busy it was. Not, you know me and people, we don't exactly match. So that was the February. Obviously a Valentine's-y thing, isn't it? And then when I go tomorrow, I shall get my new one, which will be March. I am planning on staying a bit longer. I'm going to aim at an hour, mainly because I have a son coming over taking me to lunch tomorrow. But yes, so I have my needles ready. I have just a few cottons ready. Notice there's no scissors in here. That will not help, Lynn, but don't worry, we've got clippy things. That's fine. I'm good to go. So I have all my colours. I have my needles. I will get my new piece of to do. Get March's one. I mean, I would think it'd be an Easter one. Because clearly it's Easter just now. Could be anything. I'm thinking Easter bunny or something. So that is my Saturday cafe one. That will go with me tomorrow. What else do we have? We're more or less caught up for you. I'm in the process of decoupaging. Yes. You know, with the tissues or the napkins, isn't it? Napkins, you break them all up, you paint your pot, and you Mod Podge these on. So I've got 2 of those on the go. If I pick it up, it's probably still wet paint. Let's have a look. It will be like that, clearly. And what it is, it's just white paint, white acrylic. When it's dry, I will then pick that one up. Oh, that's the second one. It'll be like that. When it's dry, I shall put the paper on it, Mod Podge it on, and they're good to go. One final piece for you. A drawing. She's drawing. You know, I can't resist my drawings. So this one's not finished, but he does have a bit of colour on him. There you go. Ooh. How about there? I'll get there in a minute. There we are. So there's quite a bit on there to do. He's got my Muttley. He's got Fozzie, Miss Piggy, Gonzo, Popeye on a Vespa scooter. I've got a VW over this way. Next to the VW is Bim. Now, not a lot of people will know Bim unless you've watched the James May Japanese programs. Was it in the... I'm sure it was Japanese. Yes, it was Japanese. And it's a little robot. And he's called Bim. And it sort of says, "Hi, Bim. What's new today?" That sort of thing. And so Bim will tell you. But the trouble is the one that James had kept telling the same thing all the time. And it got a bit silly. Funny, but silly. There you go. I'm out. Shall I have a look at my list? I did actually make a list. So, emotional chicken, tick, shown you. Purse, English paper piecing, tick, shown you that one. Cat blankets, tick. Flowers for allotment, tick. Bunting for allotment, tick. Jars for pens, tick. Picture on the go, action man. There you go. That was my list to show you what I was being up to. Ah, and the jumper didn't even go on there, did it? That was an extra one, that jumper. But it is warm. Oh. And it's so unique because you've made it yourself and you've knitted it yourself and you've stuck it all together yourself. So there you go. Okay, I think that's me done for my March update. So on that note, I shall say, do give us a thumbs up, do subscribe, and I know a lot of you are doing that. We're nearly at 2,000. Goodness me, I never thought it would ever get that high of subscribers. So I must be doing something that you like. We hope. But I shall say, stay safe, take care. Have a happy Easter. And I'll see you in April sometime. Take care. Bye-bye for now.